The idea of leverage is using other people's money along with your good credit to get your hands on a larger portion of funds that you earn a pretty good sizable return on investment. Okay, so today we're coming to you from a place called Diamond Beach in Iceland. Chemical place where the beach, or this glacier is basically Glacier Bay, Glacier Lagoon, is just right around this little edge, and these little pieces of glacier actually chip off and they land on the beach. It makes up what's like the entire beach. It's just kind of full of diamonds. Not the point of the video though. Today I want to talk to you about the most powerful tool in wealth building, which is called leverage. And is actually what separates from most people what is going to be your ability to reach financial freedom or financial stability where you're not having to live paycheck to paycheck. The idea of leverage is using other people's money along with your good credit to get your hands on a larger portion of funds that you earn a pretty good sizable return on investment from. So an example of that would be a mortgage, where you put down 3% on a mortgage. Let's make an easy number. You put down 10% on a mortgage. So you buy a house that's worth $300,000. You put down 10%. So you're putting down $30,000. However, you get access to the full $300,000 of that home. And that is the leverage. You're leveraging the $30,000 you have, the 10% down payment, plus your credit to get your hands on $300,000 so you can purchase the house. Why that matters is because of increase or appreciation in that particular house value. So as that house goes up in value, it's not going to go up, let's say 3% a year, 5% a year, or 10% a year on the amount that you put into it. Remember, you put down 30,000, but you got 300. The house actually will go up in value, say 5% a year on the 300,000. So it's actually increasing in price of 15,000. That is much more powerful than simply taking that same amount of money and putting it into a 401k or an IRA where you may only get, say 5% on the money that you put into it. So let's say I have $10,000. You could take that $10,000, I could put it in the stock market, S&P index fund, and I might get, let's say 8 to 10% return year over year. So each year, that 10,000 is going to grow at about a 10% rate. However, if I take that same amount of money and good credit, and I buy something like a piece of real estate or a business, I'm actually going to get the full value, whatever that is on the purchase. Again, in this example, a house, but now I'm going to get 5 to 10% appreciation off of the full 300,000 or the full asset. And what that means is the amount of money that I'm accumulating due to the appreciation of that asset is 10x, 50x, whatever, because 10% of $10,000 is only a grand, but 10% of 300,000 is a 30,000 increase. So the rich understand this, and this is why there is a such thing as good debt. Good debt would be things like a home purchase, like a rental property, and those types of things that actually will provide you some cash flow over the life of the time if you actually have that particular asset. A bad debt would be something like an auto loan, where you're not necessarily going to get anything great out of it. Actually, the house goes down in value, so any money that you put into it is actually going to go down, so you're losing money. But when you put money into a property, especially if you're getting cash flow off that property, like in the case of a rental property, it actually can be very good debt, because it is the debt that is actually allowing you to get the cash flow from the rental, to get the appreciation of that particular property. An example I just said to you might be tens of thousands of dollars a year. And then in the example of a house rental, you're actually having somebody pay down the mortgage. So you're actually getting that mortgage, again, that 300,000 being paid down. So that is why leverage is actually so important. Now, the important part of that as well is that in leverage, you must have good credit. So, check out our videos on how to build excellent credit that lenders will love. But you need to build or have an exceptional credit. And in most cases, if you want to be successful in reaching financial freedom at the ages, mid 30s or 40s, you're going to want to start off early on in your 20s, which means in your teens, you need to be getting credit cards, maybe an auto loan, making on-time payments, not missing anything, basically being perfect from the moment you're able to access any type of credit. Again, it's at 18 years old. So that way, by the time you're 24, 25, you have a couple good credit cards, maybe an auto loan. You've been paying on all of those over a certain period of time so that you can then go qualify for mortgages at good interest rates, which allows you, again, to use the principles we just talked about of leverage. So more detailed information in our course that we do, our free online course of the 13th grade. I highly encourage you to check it out. We basically take you from all the way from nothing to something, the entire process on how to build massive generational wealth. If you saw value, obviously, from this little bit, I'd encourage you to check it out. And of course, always like, subscribe. We appreciate you.